Well, the first thoughts as the defending conference champion, and I think Westminster is aware of this, and I think this is probably what they're doing to prepare. It's always easier to be the hunter than the hunted, because you have something to chase. You have that goal. So the target is on our back, and for the last few years, it was we were the ones chasing, and it made it a little bit easier to go into the challenging practices and say, okay, this is our goal. This is what we're trying to achieve. So that's always going to make things more challenging. But we have 36 guys. We have a lot of guys returning. They don't want last year to be a fluke. We've bolstered our diving group. We've got it's a lot of young guys, and what the upperclassmen are really striving to do is to continue to cultivate the culture that they've developed over the last few years. That it is about that hard work. It's about supporting each other. It's about making sure that you're focused on that just general improvement and making not just yourself better, but everybody else better. And if we continue to do that, that we have a really great shot at defending our title. Again, with 36 guys, there's a lot of support, a lot of motivation to be the best that they can be, and it's great. What's interesting is watching the freshmen come in and seeing what the upperclassmen are doing. They kind of get the idea very early that this is just how it is. This is the work that has to go into practice. This is all of a sudden they're kind of redefining for themselves what fast is. And for some guys, we had a guy that went to the state championships in Heston Sorsa, and he's frustrated because he's looking around and saying, "Oh, I need to be better," and it's really exciting. It's exciting to see these guys have that realization. So I'm really looking forward to even though we lost some fast guys and Dane Hazelton, Reese Dickhut, Calvin Brower, the returners. They're not looking at that as that's the way things go. People graduate, you move on to the next year. This is a new team. We've preached that over the years. Every year's a new challenge, and they're really striving. They want to make their own record in the history books. They want to make a name for themselves. That the 2020 team it was able to have the same kind of achievements as the teams in the past. Yeah, well, Ben Slate is is obviously he's the defending champion in the conference in the 100 and 200 breaststroke. He's looking to finish out with a strong year, maybe qualify for NCAAs, at least get those qualifying times. Jared Chichelli has had a great career and has done really well. Caleb Miller has developed over the years and done a fantastic job. Josh Wakefield is hoping to follow in the footsteps of a lot of the butterflyers over the course of the last how many years and capture the 200 butterfly title. He's one of the top performers in the butterfly and the sprint freestyle events. Those guys right there kind of make the core. We have Ashton Petroboni is back for his senior year, returning to the distance group and helping to bolster that group. The seniors, again, it's a pretty decent size class, but also a very motivated class. Jason Alexander is considered part of the senior class, but this is actually his third year of eligibility after transferring in from Akron, where they didn't have a team. So it's actually I struggle sometimes knowing which class to include him in, the juniors or seniors. Because he has that extra eligibility, and it looks like he actually may be back for that fourth year anyway. But he's healthy this year. He's returning from an injury that he had last year, and looks really good. Looks like he's returning to his sophomore year, his second year form, and he'll be a really solid contributor to backstroke. Well, Luke Mason was a national qualifier last year. Achieved the B cuts. He just missed our school record in the 400 IM. He's also a really fantastic freestyler. He should really be able to fill the role of the top distance swimmer, and also breaststroke. The nice thing is we have a lot of depth in the breaststroke, so it allows Luke to focus on some of the other things that he's solid at. Peter Miller really looks solid in the backstroke, along with junior Michael Musa, who's a backstroker, IMer. Tony Kraus did a wonderful job with the breaststroke the last couple of years, but he kind of emerged as a butterflyer last year. So he's going to explore that area a little bit more. Joey Astrap had a wonderful freshman year. Looks like he's going to do a much better campaign here as a sophomore. Noah Berkebile is actually the top returner in the conference in the backstroke events. So he's looking forward to some great things there. In the divers, Ryan Morris, Jonah Sutter, Garrett Dickhout, they all had a great job as divers last year, and they all feel that they have the potential to be regional qualifiers for NCAAs. And Tyler Rideout, coming in from New York as a state qualifier there, he's already pushing those guys and doing some really impressive stuff in practice. Colson Parker is coming to us from Colorado, and he only has been diving for a couple of years, but he's really making a lot of progress too. So it's great to see what these guys are going to be able to accomplish this year. Well, the keys, it's going to be partly the development of the freshmen. We're going to be looking for some guys there to contribute. Elias Griffin looks to be one of the top breaststrokers in the conference this year. Heston Swartz, I mentioned with the backstroke. Mark Dieter is a really big, tall guy, and his stroke is really reminiscent of. I hate to reference your conference rivals, but I look at him and I see a lot of Stephen Brooks and the way he swam backstroke. Not that Mark is there yet, but he's really green, really raw, and we had a time set in practice the other day, and he went a lifetime best time doing his 100 backstroke already. So, hopefully, he continues to make progress there. But if those guys continue to make progress and the guys stay focused on the task at hand and motivated, I think we have the potential to defend our conference title, and who knows from there. I think set some school records and potentially get some NCAA qualifying times out of the season.